This was my introduction to the band. This was my introduction to Brendan Urie's vocals, uh, all the above, and the greatness that was Panic at the Disco. That kind of still is. I just want to say this, Pop. I know you're listening to me. Thank you. Because my grandfather, he got into them too because of the title track, because it sounds like Frank Sinatra. Yeah, but my rest in peace. We love you, Pop. But no, he got into them, and when I saw them on the prayer for the record tour, it's like, oh, tell him I said hi. I'm like, because I have to tell the story really quick with Death Matcher. He swore up and down that Brendan Urie played at a car show in 2006 somewhere nearby. He swore up and down. He's like, because when I showed him pictures, like, that guy, I know that guy. I'm like, and he died, so I'll never know for sure. But like basically, he swore up and down, left and right, that he saw Brendan Urie as Panic at the Disco. I love them. And when my friend, he was up at the house one day, and like my friend's over, like he's like he came up to them. He's like, have you heard Panic at the Disco's song "Death of a Bachelor"? And I'm like, Pop, what are you doing? It was great. It was a really cool story. But he got into him, and I sent him videos and stuff of Brendan Urie playing "Death of a Bachelor" live when I saw him live back in 2018. But no, this was a surprise for me, incorporating, and I'm not just saying because it's on here, but jazz, pop rock, guitar rock, really cool drum parts at some point, and some R&B here and there with some tracks, weird tracks too, but they fit the context of the album. And this is their most streamed album on Spotify, needless to say. But yeah, and I just, he obviously, because at the time Frank Sinatra had just turned 100. He would have turned 100 that year in 2015. He would have 110 in 2025. Kind of scary. But needless to say, though, he wanted to. He put together something that I think is very, very special in Death of a Bachelor, and I think truly was the soundtrack of that time period of 2015, 2016. I was like, damn, this is just a solid record overall. Just one of my favorites. And it should have won Grammy of the Year, damn it, for Best Rock Album. God damn it. We talked about this too. The Grammy nominees that year were Blink-182's California for Best Rock Album. California, Panic at the Disco's Death of the Bachelor, and I think Cage the Elephant won for whatever album that was. Dear God. What? Just no. Sorry, Cage the Elephant. And I like Cage the Elephant too, but no. No, but I just songs like Victoria, songs like that don't threaten me with a good time. Hallelujah, which, by the way, I think Kyle and I talked about this too. Hallelujah has a sample of the band Chicago, questions 67 and 68. I don't know if you ever knew that, but that's what that sample is at the beginning, and then it merges into the song. Some great lyrics on here, solid tracks overall. Some of my favorite songs of modern rock are on this album, but there's some downfall. Like the last three songs, like I'm not saying they're bad songs. They're like 6s or 7s if we were gonna rank them. The Good, the Bad, the Dirty, and Has Some Memories. For whatever reason, Has Some Memories like shot up because of TikTok again. So there's that. And again, he ended the album on a really loud vocal-esque, but a very kind of sad song with Impossible Year. It's like, okay, sure. And I know I've talked for a little bit now, but Kyle, before I let you go, my grandfather, I played him this album from start to finish, and he said, "This guy Brendan Urie, he's like a new Frank Sinatra." I'm like, I know. It's great. Interesting. I mean, that's a very bold statement there, Pop. But I know you're looking down, being there, smiling yourself sick right now. But still, no. Anyways, I've gone on this album too long. Kyle, where do you rank and talk? Not rank, but what do your take on Death of a Bachelor?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go super in depth on this. People could check out the other video we did on it. Yes. But this album really is what got me fully back into Panic at the Disco after, years. Yeah, I kept up with them throughout the whole time, but nothing really hit as hard as Fever You Can't Sweat Out as a whole album until this one. And this is the I mean, it may spoil my ranking here. This is the only album of theirs that I thoroughly enjoy every song front to back. I think this is a masterpiece of an album. I think this is Brendan Urie's
There goes
vocals.
There goes my ranking. All right.
Yep. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike.
This one, I honest to God think this is his best vocal performance. I love the crooning vocal that he does on Death of a Bachelor and Impossible Year. I wish he did that more. I would listen to a whole album of songs like that from him, which is kind of where I was thinking the band when, at this point in his solo career at this point, I thought that's where the Panic at the Disco name would go. We'll get into it in the next couple albums that was not correct. It also has, and I can't talk about this album without mentioning this, has the best misheard lyric of all time on the song LA Devotee. There's no shot that he is not saying sweaty balls on the desert sky. No way. I refuse to believe that's not what he was originally singing and then just wrote some other words in the liner notes to be like, I'm going to make clear I'm not saying that. But anyway.
It's not swimming pools? No, I'm sorry.
I love this album. I think that is the best era as a whole for this band for me. Songs like Crazy Equals Genius. That song is just chaotic as hell, but it works so well. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is probably the closest, or Good, Bad, and the Dirty. It's like the closest that I feel we've gotten to like that old original sound from them in ages. And Golden Days, just a really really nice song to looking back on. And it only downside I have on this is Hallelujah was my alarm in college for a while, for about a semester. So I do get a little bit startled by it now, and I think that it's time to wake up for class whenever I hear it. But yeah, I love this album.
Mike,
join us. This album was not an enjoyable experience for me. Sorry. It definitely had moments of flashes of interest. Golden Days was actually a pretty decent track. LA Devotee was a decent song. I'll be honest with you, when they pulled out Chicago in that song and then cut it off to go into that ear grating part, it really made me mad because it felt like a smack in the face of Chicago, to just take that clip and then just hit me with that song. So I was not a fan of what they did with that. I appreciate the nod to Chicago, legendary music act, but I just was not a big on that one. Other than that, it was just too bombastic, too much it's back to the kind of Brandon Urie experience that I was kind of saying. I just can't say I really superly enjoy. But other than that, it has moments that I enjoyed, but other than I just couldn't really get super behind it.
All righty. Well, that's our take on Death of a Bachelor. I'm gonna say, for my ranking, we're guessing where it's gonna go for Kyle. I think this is your number 1, and for Mike, I think this is your number 6.
For JT, I put this down as your number 1, and Mike, I know I'm absolutely wrong on this. I thought there's no way that Mike could not hear the genius in the album, so I put it at your number 1 as well.
Oh, wow. Interesting. For me, I put it down as JT's number 1, and I put it as Kyle's number 4, which I know by his review is not true.
All right. Well, listen, this is my number 1. You both are right on that. I know, big, bold, beautiful words right there. Crazy, hard to believe, but it's hard to, I've gone on enough tangents. But yeah, Kyle, where does this rank for you?
Number 1.
Number 1.
I'm wrong for sure. And this is number 5 for me.
Number
Not
5.
number 1. You sure you don't want to amend your list?
Nope.
Join us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No offense to anybody who likes it. Also, memories of Pop there. I appreciate his interest in it too. But, yeah.
Mike, join us.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Join us at this creme de la creme. No, this is creme de la creme. All right. Anyways, let's talk about. So that's Death of a Mattress.